So this is me filming in an auditorium with my normal camera. You can see I look kind of like a speck. I'm really small. This is just kind of like a webcam. And now let's look at this PackShot camera. So this is kind of a beefy thing. It's got a 10 times zoom. So same auditorium, this is zoomed out all the way. And you can see it is a little bit closer. So when you look at me up at the podium like this, you know, I am a little bit bigger, but the real power with this camera comes when I zoom in. It's got a 10 time optical zoom, which is fantastic. So yep, I didn't really frame myself very well, but you can see how great that is. So out of the box, it comes with the manual, comes with a USB power cable, comes with this remote, which I think is probably like a repurposed remote for a projector or something. And then here is the camera itself. So this camera, it's pretty hefty. It is quite large. BZB GEAR PACKSHOT camera. This thing is nice. So on the back, you plug it into power. You've got HDMI, USB, and you can change it from portrait to landscape. So you can put a tripod on the back or the side for portrait mode. So on the website, like you can see here on their promotional page or whatever, they're trying to market this for like content creators or small businesses, live streaming, something like that. So I tried it out here. And I thought, how well would this work for me? I am a content creator, so me filming this Insta360 camera, you can see it looks pretty cool. Then when I zoom in, it is really nice, crystal clear image. And this is all coming from this PackShot camera. I've got this quarter in my hands. This quality is really good. Here's Baby Yoda that I 3D printed. So like if you want to point it down like this and show your viewers what you're looking at, it looks nice. So that's my Sony a6000 camera. That's what I'm filming on right now. The video you're seeing is coming from a Sony a6000 camera with a Sigma lens. I've got a cable going into a capture card that has 2 inputs. So I'm going to do my Sony camera with the PackShot side by side right here. Now you can see the camera side by side. On the left here, I got the Sony a6000 camera. Then on the right, I've got the PackShot. Here are the things I notice about it. For one, let's look at the Sony a6000 for a second. The background is blurry because I can adjust the aperture on this camera. On the PackShot over here, the background is not blurry. I don't have that ability to make those adjustments. I am zoomed in a little bit on the PackShot. I could zoom out if I want to. The Sony a6000, this is not a zoom lens. This is all I get. The other thing to notice is the image on the PackShot. It's really crystal clear image. It's really nice, but the color is not quite there. So let me adjust the lighting a bit and let's figure this out. If I turn off my backlight, the color looks a lot better to me compared to my Sony a6000. And if you look at the details in my forehead wrinkles, in the Sony a6000, it looks kind of mushed or blurred together. In the PackShot, you really see it. So I don't know, take that for what it's worth. Maybe you don't want the details when you're looking at your face, but to me, that's really impressive, the clarity you get with this PackShot. Let's play around with colors a bit more. I'm going to adjust the colors on my phone and we'll see what it kind of does with my face. Actually, as a green background, I'm thinking the PackShot looks better. My skin tone looks a lot more normal on the PackShot. On the Sony a6000, it's a bit more red. Right now, we're only looking at the PackShot. Let me show you some of the functions with this. So I can manually focus if I want to. But obviously I prefer autofocus. Another thing you can do is use zoom. So I've got the camera about 4 feet away from me. Let's zoom out all the way. You can see a little bit of my camera lens here on the Sony a6000, kind of a widescreen mode, and then you could zoom in quite significantly. This is definitely more than you would ever want to zoom in, but color me impressed. I really like having a 10 time optical zoom. There is a menu that you can go through and you can do image style, anchor exposure, color. So if I wanted to adjust the color, I can do manual adjustments. So I do have the ability to change white mode and change some color stuff. Being realistic, most people are just going to keep this on auto. That's what I do. And as I showed with changing the colors, for some colored backgrounds, it works better than others. This camera was sent to me for free to do this review and to test out. And I've been using it for a few weeks now. And here are my overall thoughts. When I compare it side by side with the mirrorless camera, I prefer having the blurred background rather than with this PackShot with no blurred background. That's the main disadvantage I see of this camera, is I just can't get a blurred background like I can with my Sony mirrorless camera. Other than that, I'm really happy with this. When I do product shots, like a top-down view, the image is crystal clear. It looks really great. And they also market this for small businesses. I think that's perfect. It's got the USB connection. It's got the USB and HDMI connection in the back. So when I'm at company meetings at work, I can plug this into USB, I can put it on the Zoom call, and I've got that 10 times zoom, so you can zoom in on the speakers. So this is really great for live meetings. When we do our live meetings at the company I work for, the AV is all in the back, so I have to have a camera that you can actually zoom in with. For me, the biggest room for improvement on this camera is I don't like using this remote, and I want to be able to control this using my computer. Right now, there's no option to do that. There's no software that this comes with. Like, I can't zoom in and out with software or make color adjustments. I don't even know if it's possible to update the firmware. I think that's the next big thing that this company needs to work on. Overall, the camera itself, I'm really happy with it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.